Kitchen Conversations with Jessica Silas.
Yeah. This is where you wanna be. This is where you wanna be. This is where you wanna be. Friendship, food, and honesty. Friendship, food, and honesty. Friendship, food, and honesty. This is where you wanna be. This is where you wanna be. This is where you wanna be. Come in and join the conversation.
Kitchen Conversations with Jessica Silas.
This is where you wanna be. 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 This is where you wanna be.
Kitchen Conversations with Jessica Silas.
Hey family, welcome to another episode of Kitchen Conversations with Jessica. I'm your girl, Jessica. Who else would be in this kitchen with you? Anyways, Kitchen Conversations is a safe place. It's a place where we talk all things love, family, life, wholeness, wellness, everything. Anything that you can think of, we talk about it in the kitchen. And so today, I have a very good friend with me. His name is Vernell Hill. He's he'll probably be the first millionaire that I ever know in life. Like this man, he just gets it. He's not normal, and I say that in the most amazing way. He's amazing. He's a mogul in the making. Look out for him, Vernell Hill. We'll be talking about health and wellness, something so important to me, and so I can't wait for him to get here so we can get this conversation started. Vernell! So good to see you.
So great to see you.
You made it to the kitchen.
Yes.
You made it to the kitchen, guys. So, this is my friend, Vernell Hill. Why do you not know Vernell Hill? I don't know. Google him. He's Googleable, y'all. He is the founder of Llex Conglomerate, a whole fitness, enterprise. It's amazing. He even has an app, y'all. A whole app to tell you how to work out and all that other good stuff. Tell us about the app.
Yeah. So the idea around the app was giving everyone the ability to customize around their lifestyle. In reality, we all don't always have access to a gym. Our life is not the same all the time. Yeah. So being able not only to flex with the ups and downs of your life, but figure out what to do. So many people have questions when you're in the gym, how can I spice up my chest routine? How can I spice up my leg routine? I need some new leg workouts, or what exactly to do, how that form looks. So I do have, demos on the app. It's really robust. I have a food tracker. I have the ability to really organize your schedule. Another piece to the app was my corporate wellness aspect. I work with corporations. I can set workouts. Yes. Exactly. Come on. So I do workplace wellness programs, and I'm able to set 10,000 workouts at the same time, so I can put an entire organization on a healthy regimen, which in turn increases profit margin for the companies and revenue.
For you and the company.
Absolutely.
That's so dope. I have the app because it works if you work it. It works if you work it. I don't always work it, but it works when I do work it. But it's so amazing. It's so easy. It's literally simple to follow. Because I'm the person who goes to the gym with the same 6 workout. I gotta go to the gym. We're gonna do the same 6 things every single time and hope that we get the results that we want.
Yeah.
And your app really helped for me to just expand my horizon as it pertains to working out. So it's amazing. I'm so glad you're in the kitchen, and today, because we're going to be talking health and wellness.
Let's go.
Because you can't have one without the other. Health, wellness, all goes together.
Yeah.
And if you want to take it a step further, wealth is tied into that as well. So
absolutely.
Health, wealth,
absolutely.
Wellness, period. He's the guy for it, so I brought him in the kitchen for me and y'all. So say thank you. Don't be rude. Thank you. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, so today, what we're going to be cooking in the kitchen, because it's health and wellness and I'm me.
Yeah.
We're gonna make a salad. But not just any old basic salad. People I don't wanna make no salad. Trust me on this one. Trust your girl on this one. So we're gonna do a roasted veggie salad. So we have our base, which will be our different lettuces, and I'm extra guac. So we have a red leaf lettuce and a green leaf lettuce. So we have that mixed in there, already chopped up and ready to go. We have our veggies that we're gonna roast. So we have some yams, we have Brussels sprouts, onions, bell pepper, zucchini, all in there. We have our little spice blend because everything kicks with flavor. So we got our spices and everything. but we're not gonna just leave it at a basic salad. We're gonna add some shrimp.
Shrimp?
We adding shrimp today. So we have our shrimp and our homemade dressing. It's a homemade avocado dressing. It's so creamy and so delicious because guess who made it? Me. We didn't buy it at a store, we made it. And so we're going to get into this recipe. It's super simple, super easy, and super delicious because some people think that making healthy food, like it takes so much out of you, and it doesn't. Like it's a simple thing as long as you prepare for it.
Right.
And so we've already prepared a little bit for it. So let's get into that. Okay, so we're gonna get started on creating our own creation.
All right.
So first, because we need to get these vegetables in the oven so that they can roast, we'll start with olive oil. So anytime that you're roasting vegetables, you gotta drench them things in some oil, some butter, some something. But because we want to keep it classy, we're gonna drench it in olive oil. Right? Yeah, the good oil. It's anointed. Okay, so if you want, you can pour half of this in there.
All right.
And just drizzle that thing. Awesome. Take that from me. And so we'll just stir it up, stir it up, stir it up, stir it up. Yeah. I always have a song in my mind, like in the kitchen, because you have to like entertain yourself. Like you're like, no, it's just quiet, be in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm always humming a little jingle, singing a little song.
You ever get music playing?
I do.
Okay.
I do. And
What's
then
your favorite?
It depends on like my mood. So like sometimes I do like really early morning like cooking, and so I'm like, oh, let me just like ease into my day. And other times I'm like, let's turn up because I gotta get these meals out.
Okay. Okay.
Vegetables are in there roasting up. Let's get down to the good stuff, like why you're here in the kitchen. Tell me about what was like the most pivotal moment from you, like completely transformed. Like I know a little bit of your story. I've seen before and after pictures, and they're like mind-blowing to a certain extent. But what was it for you? Like what changed? Like what happened that made you like who stands before me right now?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I hear that a lot about the before and after pictures. As far as a particular pivotal moment, there were a series of pivotal moments. I came and grew up in poverty and a lot of violence. The culture of the atmosphere I grew up in was, there were gangs and a lot of that influence growing up. And so I was constantly confronted with life and death situations where I saw myself like having to fight for my life. And a major pivotal moment was in high school, and I never thought about going into the military. It was something that my parents talked to me about. I didn't know anybody in the military, but what I knew was that they would pay for your college.
Right. They would chip you off.
Exactly. They would pay for your college. And for where I came from and the things that I had experienced, it was a pivotal moment because I was confronted with the reality that if I didn't do something different, right, then I could pretty much see where my life was going to go, either dead or in prison. I wasn't able to see any opportunities outside of that. So I decided to go. And then while
enlisted in the army.
I enlisted in the army, right?
That's like, for me, that's something like, I don't know that my brain, like, I can fully understand. Like, people are really, like, enlisting to, like, put their life on the line. Like, people are enlisting to possibly be killed or hurt or not see their families again. But I also understand, like, it's a selfless thing. Like, it's so selfless of people. I feel like I'm selfless, but I don't know that I would enlist in the army. I don't know that. Oh, no. I don't know that I could. So Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's funny that you talk about that, because a lot of people don't realize, look, not everybody that's in the Army, again, has generations. There are some people that have generations of people
Right.
that served in the Army, and that's all they saw growing up.
Right.
But somebody like me, you know, I didn't know anybody, so the experience was really surreal being in boot camp and that whole environment, and now also getting exposed to people who weren't like myself, right?
Right.
People who didn't come from the same community I was in. But it opened my eyes. It definitely gave me a different side of life. But let's fast forward a little bit to going to Iraq, right? So
Jesus.
I was in a special operations unit. And
I mean, they trusted him with guns, y'all. Like all the guns, special ops. Like you see that on the games, like
Right.
the special ops team. Like that was him. Guns, dangerous. Him.
So, you know, I've learned a major principle through a lot of the experiences is it's really how you respond that defines you, right? So, when I was in Iraq, I was, you know, confronted again with a lot of life and death scenarios. It was very deep, and I had a choice of, like, if I was just gonna have the mentality, you know, walk in fear, lay down and die.
Right.
The thing that struck me the most was I had a conversation with God, and I said, look, if I have to die, that's fine, but I'm gonna do every single thing within my power to make sure I'm taking care of my health,
Yeah.
right? I'm like staying active, I'm in the gym, I'm as fit as possible, I'm as strong as possible, my techniques and everything that I needed. Basically, I didn't want to have any regrets
Right.
or any excuses. So while we're doing 16-hour, you know, 18-hour missions, at the end of the day, you would see me in the gym, and I was the only one who would continue to work out.
That's commitment on like a different level. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we have excuses every day of why we can't. Like, oh, I'm a mom, I'm going to school, I have work, I have 2 jobs, I have 3 jobs. But you're going on 16, 18-hour missions and then still making it a point for you to like be in the gym, for you to like work out your tempo.
That's
One
it.
thing that you said though, like, you said you knew that there was like a possibility that you could die out there.
Yeah.
The fact that you enlisted in the Army was so that you can get away from like death of the streets. And then you enlisted in something
Yeah.
that could possibly lead to your death. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's even like, it's kind of crazy to me because that's often like sold as a solution to like to kids in the hood. Like, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know, like you don't have college options, you don't have stuff like that, like to do something with your life.
Yeah.
Get out of the street so you're safe, but go into the Army where you could possibly still die like the same type of death, but
Yeah.
for a different reason, I guess. So I guess that's what makes it like honorable instead of like, I don't know what you would consider a game dishonorable. So that's a little crazy to me, but like that mindset. So what
It's
is
the
that
mindset.
mindset that you had like
It's the
that
mindset.
made you at the end of the day, like I know you said like you wanted to be your best self, like so that you could eliminate all possibilities of you being taken out because
Yeah.
you were moving too slow or you weren't quick enough. And you know, working out, it builds up your stamina to where you're able to even last longer.
Yeah.
And I even think like the healthier you are, you can like injuries or like wounds, like so say you were wounded in battle or something like that. I feel like people who are healthier, your body is able to
bounce
like
back.
you
bounce
can
back a lot
withstand
faster.
that. I remember when I donated my kidney, they told me like before the surgery, they were like, the healthier you are and the fitter that you are now, the easier that your process will be after the surgery.
Mhm.
And at first I took it kind of offensive because the doctor was like, you know, maybe you should drop a couple pounds. And I was like, whoa, ain't nobody fat around here. But like I understood it because in my healing process, I was like, oh my God, this is death. But I did spend like those 2 months before my surgery, like really like making it a consistent habit, and it helped. So back to you though.
That's
So
good.
when you said you made it a habit, like after those 18-hour missions, after those 16-hour missions, like how are you able to be different than everything around you? Like everybody else around you, like they're going to sleep, they're resting, they're preparing for the next day because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You were like, no, I'm gonna work out.
Yeah. Honestly, you know, Mamba mentality, right?
Ooh!
I had, you know, an
We
extreme.
love you, Kobe.
Yes.
Pin drop. We
We
love
love
you.
you.
Okay.
You know, I had an extreme awareness and understanding about my responsibility, right? And so I wasn't gonna let any excuse exist. If I got shot and I'm sitting down late, bleeding out, I've seen the harsh realities of that stuff. So, you can be conscious while bleeding out. And I didn't want to be thinking about, wow, man, I didn't do this or I didn't do that.
Right.
You can go in peace if you knew you did every single thing possible to, be the best that you can be, to be excellent.
Wow.
And also, seeing a friend who's injured, I wanted to be able to be there for them. If I have to drag you to safety, I know that your life also depends on me, right? So I wouldn't want you to look at me and I am not strong enough or fit enough or fast enough to get to you and something bad happens. So that was my commitment. But like you said, it's a mindset, right? So that's when I started to realize I had a different mindset. There are moments in life where you're confronted with the end of a thing, and it's up to you to decide how you're going to respond. If you are doing every single thing possible, if you quit, right? If you cannot just be committed and keep going, because there were days where I'm there for over a year, right? And this was non-stop. You can imagine the stress, the pressure, stuff going on back home, all of this stuff. And that was a non-negotiable, a very non-negotiable quality that I had to do throughout my day.
To pretty much save your life. Like, it wasn't an option of having a strong mind or of thinking positive. You had to do it. You had to be different in order to make it out alive.
That's it. So that same principle, when I heard from God, He had a plan for my life, I started to simply apply to transformation. We have a purpose, a reason that we're here. And if I'm not doing every single thing possible to pour that thing out, and if I quit, if I am not exploring every single option, and if I'm not listening, because you can hear, like I was able to hear, man, I can see the end. I won't survive if I keep going down this route. Prior to even, the military. The military imparted some unique assets into my life, and it gave me an environment to sharpen a lot of these skills on a much deeper level. It's not for everyone, right? At all.
Easily.
It's not for everyone. But in my circumstance, I knew the why. So, as life has gone forward and I've had to continue to evolve and change, I'm always presented with the death of a thing, with, will I be able to fulfill my purpose, or am I just gonna stay here at this place, right? So when we're growing, and this is something that I talk to my wife about a lot. When we're growing, we're always faced with leaving that old, person behind,
right.
But then, there's always a connection. Who's depending on me to be as successful as possible? What unique purpose do I have? Another pivotal moment was definitely my wife.
Yes, I love his wife. She's amazing.
Definitely is a different dynamic being a husband and not a warrior, right?
Ooh,
I've been a warrior my whole life, and being able to share your world with someone on a very intimate level and become one with them is, man, it's one of the greatest blessings I've ever experienced in my life. And it definitely has taught me a lot. So I can't thank God enough. And His word is so true. It's not good for man to be alone. I think that there's just something very unique. Even in the Bible it says that it's not good for man to be alone. There's so much more that you can do, with that partnership with a wife, and just the understanding it's God's design. So He didn't do anything without a purpose, and I'm definitely forever changed because of that. So
Yes,
Very
I love
pivotal.
his wife. They're amazing together.
Thank you.
Shout out to the heels. So, health, wellness, why is it important? And what's like one of the biggest things like this generation, this time? Like, what's a myth that you want to debunk about health and wellness? Like, because people are out here, they'll try anything, but it's a lot of quick fix stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, you are the health and wellness guru. Like, you know it, you've studied it. Like, he's not just one of those people who's on social media, like, just throwing out tips. Like, he's studied,
Educated.
He's educated in it. And so, like, what is one of the things, like, about health and wellness that you hate seeing, like, and you just want to debunk the myth? Like, that's dumb. It doesn't exist.
Yeah. Honestly, it's the overnight mentality, right? It's so many people are doing it without any idea of purpose, right? If you have your goal based on somebody else and what you see someone else's body look like.
Body goals.
Body goals. Hashtag body goals. That's not your goal. That's their goal. They got there because that was something that they uniquely wanted for themselves, and they're a unique individual. So it is definitely that overnight mentality. So many people applaud getting started and don't applaud that they're going 3 to 5 years later. If you even thought about these people that you want to look like, they spent 3 to 5 years. 3 is fast. Okay, so 5 years or longer getting how they, and I'm talking about of consistently crushing it. Not like quitting and consistently crushing it. So applaud the start, but you have to go so much further than that, and the only way you're gonna do that and sustain that is by connecting it to your purpose.
Wow. Well, I personally feel attacked by that because I'm that person. I've been that person. Yikes, that hurt a little, but it's okay. I'm getting it together. I'm completely getting it together. This was so good. This was so necessary. This is so good because people think like health and wellness, and I think it's just because it's a phrase that's just thrown out there. It's like overly saturated right now. And everybody thinks they're Mr. Healthy or Mrs. Healthy, and they just know it all because they were able to lose some weight or they were able to do something swiftly.
Exactly.
That's what it is, and that they should be out here and like advising the world. And I'm grateful that you shared like your real wisdom. Like, it's stuff that you've been through, it's stuff that you've learned, you've studied. Like, it's not something that you just woke up this morning like, oh, I'm gonna tell them this. Like, no, this is like tried and true stuff.
Absolutely.
Like, and so I just think it's necessary, and I'm just so grateful that you decided to share with us today.
Thank you so much.
Of course. So our food should be done. Like, the vegetables should be roasted. Our food should be done. So let's get it out of the oven and plate it so we can eat. Because are you hungry?
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
I need some protein.
Listen, all the shrimps. Okay, so let's get our food out of the oven. All right, so our food is out of the oven, the shrimp is off the stove, and we have it plated and beautiful, and it looks amazing.
Yep.
So what we did was we added our roasted vegetables on top of our lettuce, and then we added our shrimp, which we both can't wait to eat the shrimp portion. Like, that's what we're excited about. And then we added the little feta cheese, and then we just drizzled our salad dressing on it. And like I said before, it's an avocado. It's a creamy avocado salad dressing. I used to not eat avocados, and the first time I started eating it was when I started creating my own salad dressing. So that's just random Jessica tip for that. So yeah, so we got our bowls.
Okay.
Let's dig in. Let's taste our yummy.
This is my favorite part.
Right, like
Taste it.
we get to eat now, y'all. So I'm a Brussels sprouts girl. My God, so good. It's good, y'all.
Bomb.
It's really good. I think like the citrus in the salad dressing with the roasty flavors. Just swap that out. Just swap it out. out and just eat from the big bowl. This is fire, and I'm not just saying it because we could feel like
No, really. This is really good.
This is it. So, I really have to ask one more thing. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't want to interrupt your
It's so
meal.
good.
It's so good.
I was about to
He's
tweet
like,
y'all out.
right. Just one more thing, like just simple, because we talked about health, we've talked about wellness, and those two together.
Yeah.
But what about wealth? Like, how does wealth play into health and wellness? Because I personally think it's like a 3-course meal, like health, wellness, and wealth. Like, they go together.
Yeah.
But how? Like, explain to the people how those three things they're one and the same.
That's good. Well, I'll tell you this much. Health is just one of the pillars of life. You won't be alive if you don't have your health, right? So you can't have wealth without knowing first who you are, without really having an intrinsic connection to yourself. A part of that is your health. Your health is the way you feel. It controls so much about what you're able to accomplish.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many opportunities in life that truly depend on how you show up, right? How creative you are, if you have all your faculties. And there's a lot going on beneath the surface. And a lot of times, you know, it's just a reality. We have bodies, but we really aren't experts on our own bodies, right?
That's fact.
It's facts. We've been blessed with bodies, but we're not experts. And there's a lot going on beneath the surface. You have a lot of hormones. So a lot of times you'll have thoughts that are literally because of your inability to deal with stress, or because of the fact that you don't feel well. Your body tells on you and it produces negative hormones called cortisol, right? But all of this impacts, all of this impacts what you're able to do. You're far more productive, you have way more energy, you're a lot stronger. And you know what happens when you have all of those elements together about yourself? You are so much more confident. Listen, when you're accomplishing or going after things that you have never done before or never seen before, don't you think you need some confidence?
Yes.
How important is faith and confidence, right? So when it comes to wealth, even when I'm working with organizations, the way that the people are feeling, and, you know, absenteeism, there's a quantifiable impact to when people are calling off of work because they're stressed out,
right,
or sick. There's a financial impact there. So the financial wealth of that company is going to be losing. You can have a phenomenal product, and we'll tie this into your body. You can have great talent, right? A phenomenal product, but if the people aren't feeling well and they're calling off, you can still not be profitable, right? And that transfers like cancer.
Wow.
Right? So other people around in the organization are seeing, you know, people calling off, stressed out, morale goes low. There's a deep financial impact to that, right? Now, when it comes to you as an individual, you know, you can have talents and things that you're capable of doing, but if you're not whole and healthy when you show up, this is why you have people, you know, even things like suicide, even mental health. So again, I can go really, really deep on this, but absolutely what you're gonna produce in life, how much money you can make, the amount that you're available for your purpose, how far you go. There's so many people who are dying young, right? Different diseases, heart diseases, diabetes, whatever that looks like for you. You definitely need to take yourself serious. Your mental health matters, your body, the health of your body matters.
Wow. Like, if you guys didn't get something out of that, like, in itself, I don't know what you did this whole episode. Like, I really don't know. This was so necessary. This was so helpful. And I really hope that it was a mindset shift for so many people who will listen, because that in itself, like, it can unlock so much in people's lives.
Yeah.
Like, so many people are sitting around wondering why they don't have what they want or what they desire out of life, and it's because they haven't tapped into, like, taking care of their mind, taking care of their body, and how that translates into financial wealth.
Absolutely.
Like, healthy mind, healthy spirit, healthy emotions, healthy body, financial wealth.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Like, they're one and the same.
Yeah.
So I just want to thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you
like,
so much for having me.
oh my gosh, this was such an amazing experience here with you. Our food was great, the conversation was great. People are gonna receive such great things from this episode, and I'm just grateful that I got to share it with you. Thank you guys.
So much.
Of course. Thank you guys so much for joining us on another episode of Kitchen Konversations. Today with Vernell Hill, it was amazing. I can't wait to see you guys next time. See you later, family.